I never imagined my daughter Elena's wedding would become the moment my whole life story finally made sense. I'm Luis Vargas, 64 years old. I came from Mexico to Phoenix 35 years ago with nothing but hope. Every morning at 4:30, I still climb into my sanitation truck and drive the same routes through the desert suburbs. My hands carry the calluses of real work, and I've always been proud of that. The reception was at a beautiful Scottsdale resort, the kind with mountain views and crystal chandeliers. $85,000 for one night. I arrived in my old reliable Honda and my only good suit. When Connor, Elena's groom, introduced me to his boss Dr. Margaret Klein from Apex Biomed, he said, "This is Elena's dad, Luis. He works in municipal waste management. Keeps our streets clean." He said it with that polite smile people use when they're embarrassed for you. During the cocktail hour, I overheard the whispers. "She's marrying up," someone said. Connor pulled me aside and suggested I stick to talking about sports. "These folks deal with millions in medical tech," he told me. "Best to keep it simple." But what really hurt came during his speech. Standing in front of 250 guests, Connor talked about marrying into a better future, and how our future grandkids would have stronger opportunities than the life I built through manual labor. He didn't say it cruelly, but the message was clear. My background was something to rise above. I sat there quietly until I couldn't anymore. When it was my turn to speak, I stood up calmly. "Connor," I said, "you mentioned opportunities. Let me share mine." I explained how, while collecting trash in industrial areas, I noticed chemical waste patterns. Nights and weekends I studied in community college labs. Over 25 years, I filed patents for medical device compounds and sterilization processes, through legal LLCs and licensing agreements, all properly registered in Arizona and Delaware. My companies quietly supply critical technology to firms like Apex Biomed. About 65% of their key manufacturing inputs trace back to patents I control. Everything was done by the book, following FDA regulations and standard industry practices. The room went completely silent. Dr. Klein's face changed from pity to shock as I named specific patent numbers and licensing terms. Connor turned pale. But I didn't want to destroy anyone. The contracts include ethical clauses about workplace respect, I told Dr. Klein gently. However, I believe in second chances and growth more than punishment. That night, Connor found me outside under the desert stars. Tears in his eyes, he apologized from the heart. "I was arrogant and blind, Luis. I judged you by your truck instead of your mind." We talked for hours. He admitted his insecurities drove the speech. 6 months later, Connor works with me on community projects teaching young immigrants about STEM. Elena is pregnant with our first grandchild, and our family is closer than ever. Dr. Klein's company strengthened its diversity training, and they expanded our licensing partnership fairly. The real lesson? Never judge a person by their job title or the dirt on their hands. True success isn't in fancy degrees or big houses. It's in the character you build and the respect you show others. I still drive my route at 4:30 every morning. Some things, the important ones, never need to change.